Hello, everyone. Welcome to Jerry's Old Guy Review. Happy New Year to everybody, 2021. Now, you may be wondering what's going on right now. If you remember way last year, I bought a Gladiator. So I want you to just focus in on the picture of that wheel and tire. Because as I've said before, I am horrible at making a actual build video. And we are going to go through upgrading this truck to make it excellently detailed and a performer. Well, I already made a video of this process and I said, this is horrible. I am going to start fresh because you guys deserve an excellently made video. So, the fact that what I was doing wasn't cooperating with me to begin with, the initial process is done, but I will go through how you guys can do this at home and not have to go spend $100 on a set of wheels or a set of rims. This also will cover how I can hopefully cheaply take this stock wheel and tire setup from this truck and make it perform like an expensive aftermarket part. This will be a cheap. You might even have what I'm using on the shelf at home, making it free. And all it's going to cost you is your time. So without further ado, I hope you have memorized this wheel in front of you to memory. Because now we're going to get rid of this box. And we are going to get to the workbench. So you all remember the wheel and tire you were just looking at. Here is the same wheel and tire. Now, I can understand some of the detailing might not be for everybody, but this tire is a very good compound. Now, back in the old days when we didn't have the level of support for wheels and tires that we have nowadays, see, this already has some sipes cut in it. We used to take tires that didn't have any kind of siping, and we used to take a Dremel tool and cut our own. So as nice as this tire is in the compound and the grip it feels like it has, if this doesn't perform like I'm hoping it will, I'm thinking of just going in here with the Dremel. It's messy, and cutting some new sipes in this tire. I really like this tire. But boom, this internal setup looks a lot like the rims and tires that are on a Mojave and a Rubicon Gladiator. So, boom. Now, how did I do this, you may ask? Well, back in my semi-building days, you used to have a lot of chrome parts. Sometimes the chrome was crap, didn't do a good job on it, or you got something on it as it got older and you want to take it off. So this used to be my go-to. And no, it's not filled with what it looks like. And if it was, you'd say, what the hell have you been drinking? This, courtesy of Bob over at Hobby Concepts, is my new aluminum or chrome stripper. So all I did, these are nice bead locks. You have the inner, you could unscrew this and leave it in place if you don't want to do anything but take that front off. I took this front piece off, took one of my nice magnetic tool trays and filled it up till I got to this very bottom of the line. And after 20 minutes, it's already stripping it off. By 30, 35 minutes, you can go, and what's very important for anyone who does this is use some tweezers or something to take this out of the super clean after it's been soaking. You'll see it turns black, but the minute the chrome's gone, that's when you can take it out and go wash it off. You want to wash it off really good. You know, take some dishwashing soap, fill up the sink with water. If you want to do them all at the same time, wash them off, but use your tweezers, because any chrome that you leave on is going to be soft, and you don't want to get fingerprints on that chrome. What's nice about the bead lock is this tire has a lip on it. It's hard to see it in there. So in here there's a lip. So on both sides you want to make sure you can see that lip. So look at them before you take them apart. But front and back both have this lip. And that'll let you know that you've seated it properly. And even if when you even this out with the liquid, you'll get some of the edge. But since it sits inside, you won't notice it. Now, here's all my weapons for detailing. You got your chrome Sharpie pens. You've got your fine Sharpie pens. Normal Sharpie pen. And a little gold, but you can't see what the gold's for right now. We'll cover that in a second. You always want to have a dabber around, because when you're doing these on this plastic and sometimes on the paint, the Sharpie doesn't like it. So you want to keep that Sharpie tip clean. Maybe even have a piece of paper around to get it flowing again after you've been dipping that end in some paint and some dust or whatnots. So these, if we can see in there. So I did the lug nuts with chrome, with the chrome Sharpie, and then I did the lug nuts on the bead lock with a black Sharpie. You know, that's just, I love the little bit of detailing. But that makes these wheels and tires are wow, in my opinion. And this was Miss Diane's idea, because I was going to tape it off and I was going to paint the centerpiece to make it look like some of the aftermarket metal wheels you can buy. Miss Diane said, that looks perfect. Why, look how good that looks. So, as all of us know, when Mama talks, we listen. So now let's go see what it looks like. Sorcery. We're back. Now, as you can see, the joy of doing the detailing is I can be doing that while other things are going on. You'll see the rock sliders are gone, but there's the wheels and tires now on the truck. Did a little bit on the little hubs. Did more on this one with the gold, since it had a little bit of an image on it. So that is just the preview of what those tires are going to look like on there. So let's go back to the bench. And we've returned. So this was just, here's a quick one just to show you a inexpensive, free if you have all the stuff and you have the patience. But meanwhile, while I'm painting things, because now that the wheels and tires are done, I went over and started taking things off the truck to detail, because the next stage will be the body. And that, you know, I don't know if I want to steal terminology that's already been used, but this is stages. But not only is this build going to be things you can do yourself without buying new things, it is also going to have things that you can buy. So I just wanted to cover the bases and try to make a better video on this process. So here we are. This was stage 1, wheels and tires. Stage 2, I don't know if it's going to be chassis parts or just detailing internals. We'll have to play it by ear. So everybody, let me know what you think. Was this adequate for this new year, new stage of building things? Did I do okay? Did I do crappy? You know, let me know. And while you're doing it, like and subscribe. Leave some comments until we get to phase 2.